Today, let's walk through some free patterns for October. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and today we are going over some free patterns for October. So I do a Pinterest board where we have different free patterns each month, and I will include a link to this in the description, but today we are talking about free patterns for October. I asked you what type of patterns were you interested in seeing. Some were related to fall, others you wanted to get like a head start on Christmas, so I tried to do a combination so that you'd be able to see different free patterns available. So the first we have is how to make this DIY fabric candy corn. As I thought the idea of this was so perfect for October, even probably into November if you wanted to a little. She shows them in a bowl that you could have on your table. I also love how she put little real candy corns around it. But this looked like a very simple and straightforward pattern. Now the best part about this is while there is a kit, she does provide you step by step of all the fabric you're going to need. And then in addition, if you ever wanted to like get an actual candy corn pattern, you could find one definitely online, just like that pattern piece. But she shows you how to sew your fabrics together, and then you just are going to cut them out into that candy corn triangle shape. And then she walks step by step on how you do the finishing touches. So these are super quick, super simple to whip up. I absolutely love how they looked, and I definitely feel like I may want to try them next year because of how fun it is. Now, one thing I do want to mention really quickly about this site is that when you go to the site, it says it's not secure up at the top. Be sure just not to give any of your information or anything into a site that says this just for best security practices. Overall, you can find all the instructions without giving any of your personal information to that website though. The next item we have is this Halloween treat bag. So I included this just in case for trick-or-treating you needed a last minute idea, because I know that sometimes, you may use a pillowcase. Some people actually have bags though dedicated just for trick-or-treating. So if you wanted to try to do that, I included this pattern for you. This looked really fun and really easy to do. Now she does have templates that you can download if you want, but when I was reading through it, I really think that you could be able to just create your own templates. It's really just to get those like different faces or the ghost shapes for the outside of the tote bag. So again, you could get that on your own without having to download another template. You could just go to Google and search for whatever image you're looking for. So this would be incredibly easy to customize. And then she talks about how you're going to attach it onto your tote bag and then how to actually put the tote bag together. So very simple instructions. These would be very quick to make and would be a great last minute Halloween item to add to your sewing content list. Now, instead of going to the holiday ones, I am going to switch over to this fall mug cozy, as I think that this is a great way to sort of bridge the gap between like October and the rest of the holidays. These are these cute little button cozies though. I love anything with buttons, so this looked very fun to me. But I also love the idea that you could maybe make these and then put them into like hot chocolate gift baskets if you wanted for the holiday season. So lots of ways to customize them. Within the instructions, she has this paired so that you can make it for really any size mug. She talks about the steps you would need to go to measure out the mug. So if you had a really big mug or a small mug, either way, this would work out. And then she goes step by step with pictures and images on how you put everything together to make these mug cozies. So I definitely think that this looks like a really fun pattern that you can then have in fall, or you could make them for Christmas time and put them as gifts. So now moving on to some more of those holiday themed. The first is this quilt block. So I thought that this tree pattern quilt block looks so fun and so easy. So when you go to this, you're just going to click the visit site button and it will take you to the website. I will say that this website did have multiple little pop-ups at the beginning, so be sure to just close those out. But then it does talk about all the fabric and the dimensions that you will need for each of them, and then how to piece it together all for free. They show it on like how you could then add other blocks to it, but I thought that this Christmas tree quilt block was so fun and perfect for the upcoming holiday seasons to get you started early. Then the last item that I have for today is an apron. So especially with the holidays coming up, we're doing a lot of cooking for Thanksgiving, Christmas, other holiday seasons. So I thought that an apron was such a fun item to have, especially if you're making lots of cookies or just in the kitchen multiple times. I really liked how her apron, she had like a little curved portion, and she talks you through how to do the dimensions for each of those as well as how much fabric you will need. While it may look a little bit confusing with all of those different pieces, if you actually just read through it and sort of like take your time, it doesn't seem too complicated. I also do have another apron pattern up on my YouTube channel if you just want to see a different version of how you can make an apron. But aprons are really great, easy gifts that you can make for other people at the holidays, or you can just make one for yourself. I hope you liked all of these ideas though. I know that there were quite a few and we have a very range of seasons that we're talking about. With the holiday seasons coming up, I wanted to get you started early in case you were into that, or if you wanted to stay with Halloween, you could do that too. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let me know what you want to see next.